Hello, happy Saturday. Hopefully you just got done doing a HIIT class with us and you felt exactly what I
sweating
was
as bad as us.
trying to get into this position. I just was saying, I go, it's all good. And I go, no, it's not all good. Things are making noises I didn't expect them to. So, oh, goodness gracious. All right. So today we're going to do some stretching, some balancing. I'm going to kind of try to fuse the two together a little bit. So stretching while balancing and balancing while stretching. Let's see how it goes. All right, so start off today though with the balance of your sit bones right beneath you. All right, so great way to start. If you don't feel that balance, if you kind of feel a little weighted on one side or the other, just maybe lift yourself up and replace those sit bones down. You might want to do it a few times until you kind of feel like, yeah, you're right where you need to be. And you'll know it when you get there. So stacking the spine up, one vertebra on top of the next. And now let's just bring the hands in front of the heart. So I have to tell you, as great as it is to do these classes, I miss so much seeing all of you, hearing you grunt with me, and just knowing that you're there going through it helps knowing you're here watching us. But still a different experience having us all in the room together. So looking forward to that in the very, very near future. Inhale, everyone, lift the arms up. And let's interlace the fingers, hold the hands. So just take a big stretch up. As you stretch your hands and extend your arms, try not to lift the knees. So for some reason I know my knees always want to go like this. I gotta think about pressing them down and lifting my ribs off of my hips. Just finding as much length here. So fully extend the arms if you can. Press up a little bit higher. It's okay right now if your shoulders are lifting. Normally I say slide your shoulders down, but right now let's just stretch. And now everyone drop the right hand down and lifting on up and over. So try to still keep that balance of the sit bones that you found. Don't want to lose it. And just stretching right up and over. And let's go to the other side. Alright, so I have a strap here with me today. If you don't have one, you have a towel or a t-shirt handy, grab it. Let's just stretch out the shoulders a little bit. So hold it up in your right hand. Whatever it is, just drop it back behind you. Bend the arms, the elbows pointing straight up. Left arm's going to reach out, bend it back, and find that strap. Or a t-shirt, whatever it is you're using. And just walk your hands towards one another. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, send the body forward, but try to keep the length of the spine. So you're hinging at the hip, not rounding over here. So lengthening, leading with the heart. So you'll feel some pressure, knees should be dropping down, opening up a little bit more into the hips. And if you want to walk your hands a little closer to each other, and stretch a little further forward. That'll wake you up. And coming on back. Okay, so release the strap. Just take a moment, roll those shoulders around a little bit. Other way. All right, other side. Arm up. Bend at the elbow, elbow pointing straight up to the sky. Other arm pops out. Find that strap and walk your hands now closer to one another. You might notice it's a little easier on one side than the other. Take a deep breath in and exhale, hinge at the hip again, leading with the heart. Still keeping that balance in the sit bones so that you will feel the weight shifting. Try not to feel heavier on that right one because you're a little bit more anchored there with the right arm low. If you want to walk your hands a little closer to one another. And coming back up, release the strap. And just roll the shoulders around. Alright. Let's come on up, everybody. Onto all fours. So just start stretching in through the spine. So hands right beneath the shoulders, knees right beneath the hips. Flat back to start, everybody. Deep breath in. Exhale, round that back. Press the ribs up high to the sky, and then on your inhale, stretch it all out. Looking up if you like. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, stretching it out. So again, this is something that you need to do at your own pace. So letting your breath initiate your movements. And each time stretching, feeling something you didn't feel before, going a little deeper. Your breath will take you there if you let it. So slowing down that exhale, really pulling the belly button back to the spine And then on that inhale, stretch it out. Either just coming to a flat back or arching here. And everybody finish just into that flat back. Walk the knees out a little bit wider, and let's just slide back into child's pose. So coming on down here, let's stretch a little bit more into the shoulders. So take that right arm, thread it through, palm facing down or up, and then lowering your elbow and shoulder and ear down. And let's just come back, arms straight ahead. So this is a great place to come if you need a break at all this morning. And for now, we're also using it just to stretch a little bit more after we woke up their shoulders. I thought we might need this counter stretch. So threading the left arm through, right arm straight ahead, palm up or down. Elbow, shoulder touching, and ear if you can. All right, let's come up here, everyone. Bring the feet hip width apart, tuck the toes under, and let's press straight back into down dog. So let's check and see if our hands and feet are the right distance apart from one another. So coming forward into plank position. As you're here, shoulders should be right over the wrists, back long and extended. Ready, everybody? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, and let's go back into down dog. Now you know your hands and feet are the proper distance apart. Let's walk the dog. So bending the right knee, dropping the left heel, and going to the other side. Moving again at your pace. Stretching at your feet. I've been doing these bar classes. My toes are all cramping up. It's a good time to stretch it all out. What we'll do to get through this pandemic, right? And everybody lift up your heels high and lower those heels back down. Chest pressing back to thighs. All right, everybody, let's come forward into plank position, setting the shoulders back over the wrists. Just drop the knees down, lower the body, hips touch. Just pause here for a moment. So let's point the elbows to the back of the room, roll those shoulders around, and just lift up a little bit here, keeping those elbows in tight. So just coming into a baby cobra to start. Find an easy breath here. If you need to lower your chest down a little bit to find that easy breath, lower it down a little bit. And then trying to maintain that same easy breath, see if you can just lift up a little bit more through your torso without lifting your chin up and bringing the work into your neck. And again, just lifting a little bit higher. Still keeping that easy breath. If you compromise the breath, lower back down. And now let's just come back up into down dog. So let's press up, going through all fours, tuck the toes under, and back into down dog. Dropping the heels. All right, everybody, take the right foot to the outside of the right hand, and lower that left knee down. All right, so point the right toes out to the corner of the room. So they're no longer in front, they're turned. All right, let the weight shift to the pinky toe, and gently press into the inner thigh. So stretching here. Ooh. Now, if you want a little bit more, drop down onto that left elbow and continue to press the right thigh away. If that's too much for you, walk it back up, no big deal. Go to where it works for you, where you're getting the most out of the stretch this morning. Bring the foot back down into parallel and wrap the right hand around the ankle, sinking a little bit more into this. And now everybody tuck the back left toes under and lift the knee off. Still keeping the hips down low. And if it's too much for you to be on your elbow, it's fine for you to be up on that left hand. But lengthen your spine here, lifting your heart a little bit. Sinking into the hip. All right. Drop the knee down. Unwind that right hand. Let's walk it back up. And let's step back into down dog, everybody. Woo! Heels pressing down, sit bones reaching high. Head hanging loose. other side. So left foot now to the outside of the left hand. Back knee down. Point the toes out onto an ankle. And then let the weight shift. Start to press into that inner thigh. Relaxing it all. Try not to grip into your glutes. Give yourselves permission to just relax into your hips here and open them up. For a little bit more again, if you want, come down onto the elbow and just continue to apply some pressure to that inner thigh. If you're wondering why I'm here glistening, I'm having this massive hot flash. Woo! Like, oh my God. There's just sweat everywhere all of a sudden. All right. Place your foot back down, right back in line, heel and toe. Wrap that hand around and continue just to sink into this. And now tuck your back right toes under and lift the knee off. Stretching here. Lengthen your spine, pressing into your forearm and elbow on the right side. And then just lower that knee down. Let's walk it on up. And stepping on back into down dog. Heels dropping down. Sit bones reaching up high. So press your hands into the mat and send your heart back to your thighs. Everyone look up and walk or jump your feet up to the hands. Hang here. Thanks. We're just getting new supplies, isn't it?
Don't want her passing out. We all know what it looks like when I take over.
That'll be good. All right, hands, place them on the top of the thighs, everybody, and press into a flat back. As you do so, keep the hands pressing into the legs. And you want to see how much length you can really create. So, hands pressing against the legs, exhale into this, and picture the crown of your head just really pressing forward. Shoulders not rolling down, keep them pinned back. Finding some balance in all four corners of your feet here. Everyone extend the arms back. Inhale, salute the sun. And hands to the heart. All right, so we're right up at the front of the mat, so let's just start to flow here. Inhale, lifting that up, and open the arms. Exhale, diving down. Stepping back with the right foot into a long lunge, and left foot's going to go back to join it. So bringing some balance into this. Right hand down, left hand on up. You can step that left foot right in front. Reaching up here. Take the arm up by the ear, lifting the hips a little bit, and coming back into plank position. Knees can go down, and body the horse. Coming on up into cobra, and returning on back into downward dog. Heels dropping down. Look up, walk or jump the feet back up to the hands. Hang here. Tuck and roll all the way back. Inhale, salute the sun, reach high. Open the arms. Exhale, diving down. Stepping back with the left foot into a long lunge. Take it on back into plank position. Turning now, right hand lifts up. Option to step that right foot in front. Bring the right arm up by the ear, hips lift, and back into plank position. Lowering the knees or just coming on down. Rolling the shoulders back to cobra and returning back, downward dog. Dropping the heels. Look up, walk or jump the feet back up to the hands. Hang here. Tuck and roll, everybody. Lifting a little higher. Open the arms. And exhale, dropping down deeper. Right foot stepping back. Taking it back into plank position. Lifting the left hand on up. Stepping the right foot in front of you, or left foot in front rather, if you wish. And then arm up by the ear, lifting the hips. Take it back into plank. Lowering down with your options. Coming back up. Returning back, downward dog. Bringing the feet back up to the hands. And everybody roll it on up slowly. Balance in all four corners of your feet. Lift high. Extend the arms open. Exhale, taking it down. Left foot stepping back. Coming back into plank. Left hand stays down, right arm on up. You can step that right foot in front, or not. Arm up by the ear, everybody. Hips up, and back into plank. Coming back down, flowing right into it. Lifting up. Bringing it back down the bottom. Feet come back up to the hands with a little jump or a step up, and roll it back up. Lifting high. Open up. Exhale down. Stepping back with the right foot into that lunge. Sinking into it, back into plank position. Lifting that left hand on up. Now you can step the left foot in front or lift the left leg up. Balancing here. That's it. Coming back to plank. And lowering down. Lifting the heart. Back into down dog. Look up and walk or jump the feet back up. Here we go. Last time. Rolling it on up. Lifting high. Opening those arms. Spanning the wings. Exhale back down. Left foot stepping back. And returning back to plank position. Turning into your side plank. Right arm up high. You can step the right foot in front or just lift the leg. Arm up by the ear. And returning back into plank position. You know what to do. Come on down. Bringing it back through cobra and back to down dog. Heels dropping down. Look up. Walk or jump the feet up to the hands. And roll it on. Salute the sun. And hands forward. All right. Grab your strap. So, balance, stretch, combination. So I've taught this before. Step into it using a towel or t-shirt, but hold on just with one hand. Other hand on your hip. Good place, or just out to the side, whatever works better for you. Feel that leg plugged into the hip though. All right, now press your foot into your strap or your t-shirt. So finding stability and balance there. If you want to lift it up, you can. Walk your hand up. Open it on up. Finding some balance. Can you come on and just stretch? Reach. That's it. Keep lengthening. Now the trick is to keep pressing your foot into the strap. Finding balance that way. That's it. That great. So stabilizing there with your foot pressing into the strap. Holding on tight to that strap. You got it. And coming back up. Ooh, other side. Put that stuck. So it's all about finding that stability and trusting your foot pressing into that strap. Holding on tight with your left hand this time. All right, let's open it on up. So keep pressing your foot into that strap. And then if you want to, reach. Go for it. See where you can go with it. Keep pressing your foot into that strap. Stretching. And taking a little break. Now, you can stay with the strap, or if you want to, you can use your peace fingers, as we call them, around your big toe. So again, you're home, you can hold on to something. Anything, the wall, whatever. You can stretch out. You can open up. And if you want to reach. Reaching's better with the strap. And come on down. Again, holding on to the wall if you're home. Why not? Get the stretch in. Sometimes it's about the stretch, maybe not about the balance. This way. Not my great side. I always say the good side and great side. This is definitely not the great side. And reach. That's it. All right, so finding ourselves here. Take your leg, wrap it around. Coming into eagle pose. So a lot of times I watch people kind of get all contorted eagle pose. I want to break it down a little bit. So you can just have the leg crossed over here. If you want to sink a little deeper, you certainly can. If you want to tuck the foot around, and that works for you, go for it. So not necessary, but you can do it if you'd like. Squeeze into your inner thighs. So we just talked about stabilizing by pressing your foot into the strap. Stabilize here by squeezing your inner thighs. Now arms, that's the part that always mystifies me in eagle pose. People like to go, I don't want to go, okay. So, right elbow up. Left elbow on top. Palms face out. or palms touch. Those are the two options. None of this. It looks so much nicer in the whole room. So if this is all you can get to, great. If you can get the palms to touch, awesome. And now press the hands away. Try to keep the shoulders back so you feel that shoulder stretch. You're going to love me today for all this stretching into the shoulders. And then if you want to hinge at the hip. That's it. Sinking a little deeper into the legs. Pressing the shoulders down. And let's stretch it out. All right. So other side. Again, we're just going to deconstruct it here. Standing tall. So taking this leg, wrapping it around. Now maybe you want the toe to touch. Maybe balance isn't your thing today. That's fine. Just sink into it with the toe touching. Otherwise, you can lift the leg up, or you can kind of get that leg around, tucked around. Left elbow up. Right elbow comes on top. Palms out, or palms touch. That's it. So simple, right? Sinking a little deeper into the legs. Easy breath here, everyone. And now just start to press the hands away, but keep the shoulders back. Sink a little lower. That's it. Now squeezing into your inner thighs, right? Stabilizing there. And then hinge at the hips. Keep squeezing into the inner thighs. Dropping a little deeper. That's it. Shoulders pressing away from the ears. Can you smile and hold eagle pose? And let's shake it out.
And I are little.
Tree pose. Let's just start with the hands on the hips. Feet can be down low. You can set it up here. Have it up a little higher. Try to avoid having it on your knee. Either have it on your calf or have it up here on your inner thigh. See how that's going to work for you today. Okay. Hands just come to the heart. All right, so right now I'm thinking strong core, easy breath, good focal point. That's what's going to help me from falling over right now. I'm hoping. All right, so let's lift the arms on up. Easy breath, everybody. Now, let's do this. Hardest thing, I think, is to change your focus and balance. So let's lower the right hand down and look over to the right hand. Change your focus. Keep looking at it. Now the wind's coming. Start to lean over to the right. Rounding that left arm. That's it. And hands back to the heart, looking straight ahead. Ooh. Thinking out of it. Sorry. Can you hold it? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You got it. All right, go back. And shake it out. All right. Other side. So again, you don't have to have a high tree. Maybe I'll stay here today. No, I'm gonna go for it. Why not? It's Saturday. It's the last Saturday of the month. Right now, we still have one more Saturday. It's right before it's earlier this year. All right, so hands in front of the heart. Lifting those arms on up. Easy breath. Now you're gonna lower the left arm down and change your focus. Look over to it. And now start to round over on the left side. Stretching here. And I'm just looking back center. And hands to the heart. Awesome. And come on down. That was great, everybody. All right. Open the legs up today. Nothing fancy. We're just going right into it. Have your block close by. So sinking down. Have your strap close by, or your t-shirt, whatever you're using. All right, so sinking down into this. Shoulders are right over the hips. Extend the arms for warrior two. So remember, you want, you can see this foot's parallel to the long edge of the mat, that foot's parallel to the short edge of the mat. Arms are right at shoulder height. Deep breath in, exhale, come on down. Reach forward, drop that right elbow down, take that left arm up by the ear. So everyone, let's just first, before we take the left arm really extended, take the left hand right onto the hip, drop that hip. Let's set the block up right here, have the strap right here. All right, so press down onto that hip so you can get a little bit deeper. As you drop that hip, you might notice now this right thigh comes a little closer to parallel. Let's take that left arm straight ahead, plug that arm back into the shoulder. See that? Right back in, and then extend it on up. That's it, sinking down deep into this. Let's take that right hand now down onto the block. Keep lengthening here on the left side. So press your left pinky toe into the mat and lengthen here along the left side. That's it. Now, bringing that right arm back behind you. Let's grab our strap. Bring it back behind you. Roll that right shoulder back. Reach under with the left hand. Now lift your chest. So binding here underneath, holding the strap to keep your chest up. That's it. Stay down deep into the legs. Whew. All right, everyone, drop the strap. Come to the center of the mat. Turn your feet back into parallel and just release here. Hang here. So good stretch. Hands back behind the calf. Press your chest into that open space. Really give into gravity here. Feel gravity pulling your head down to the mat and exhaling into this. All right. Hands down. Open up. Left foot open, right foot parallel to the other edge of the mat. And come on up. So make sure you weigh your little stuff over on this side now. So arms extend. Reach. We're going to take that left elbow down, take the right hand on the hip and press down. That's it. I'm going to set my block up right here. Take it up a little bit higher. There we go. Arm goes straight out, plug it in on it. So not there, there, and reach. Pressing into that right pinky toe. And reaching the right arm away. Let's lower the left hand down and stretch here. Staying deep into your legs, still keeping your chest lifted, that right shoulder rolling back. And now reach out for your strap. Take it on back behind you. Let it drop. Reach under and then lift up here. That's it. Keeping your torso lifted, extend long into that right leg. Roll that right shoulder back. You got it. Feel this in the legs yet? I know I am. And let's release and go back to the center. Woo! When you go back to the center, feet again parallel. Release here. Take your block, place it underneath your nose. Right hand's going to come onto it, flat back. Keeping your feet in parallel, reach that left arm on up, and look on up to it. Inhale, press into the right hand. Exhale, rotate with the left. Stretching into this beautiful twist. So keep pressing your sit bones and your tailbone away to the back of the room. Lengthening your spine. Again, use the breath, please. Inhale, press into your block. Exhale, reach back or press into that right hand. On your inhale, exhale, rotate. From here, everybody, take your block over to the left foot and reach up a little higher. You can also take it to the outside of the left foot if you want a little bit more. Try to keep your spine lengthening, twisting and rotating. And now lower the arm down and you can just press your chest in towards your left leg. All right, back to center. Okay. Left hand right underneath your nose. Lengthen your spine here and extend that right arm right up. Inhale, press into the left hand. Exhale, reach up a little higher with the right. Lengthening through your spine. Inhale and exhale. Woo. Keep that rotation going. Keep your tailbone pointing back that way. And now let's take the block to the outside of the right foot, or right next to the right foot here, either place. And rotate here. Try to keep your spine still extended, reaching both arms long. And one more breath here, and then release. Pressing your chest to your thigh. Stretching here. back to center. Opening up, right foot up, left foot parallel to the opposite edge. And let's just walk it on up to standing. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Open the arms up, reach forward, and coming here into triangle. So I'm going to grab my block again. And you can keep it on the front or back of your foot, whatever you prefer. But remember, you want to find that straight line here from the left hip to the left shoulder. So keep lengthening here on both sides of the body. And now let's take that left arm up by the ear, reaching. Roll that left shoulder back, everyone. Keep lengthening here, grounding your feet into the mat. Look down now to that right foot. Bend the knee, reach the left arm straight up. Step in a little bit with the left foot. Right hand comes forward and up into half moon. So maintaining an easy breath, bend at the knee, hold onto the foot or the ankle, and get the knee in line with the hip, rolling that left shoulder back. Change your focus if you can, everyone. Look up to the sky. Knee in line with the hip. Press the foot away from the body here. Getting a really good stretch. And then let go of the leg, the foot. Step back, land in warrior two. Woo. Dropping down into it. That's it. All right, let's go to the other side. So, lengthen the legs, tick-tock the feet. Right foot's parallel to the short edge, left foot parallel to the long edge. Placing that block down, setting up where I need it to be. And extend the arms. Reach, everybody, and tilt here into your triangle. Need to go up a little higher on this side. All right, so keeping that straight line again from the right hip to the right shoulder. Struggling a little here, see if I can drop into it. There we go. All right, so knees lifting, feet grounding into the mat. Just check in with your breath for a moment. All right, once you have that easy rhythm to it again, bring that right arm up by the ear and keep reaching here. Grounding the feet into the mat, pressing the hips away. All right, let's try a little balance. Arm goes straight up. Bend now deep into that left knee. Step that left hand out in front. And up we go. All right, so bend at the knee. Hold on to that right foot. Get the knee in line with the hip. And then pressing the foot away from the body. Change your focus if you can and look up. Roll that right shoulder back. Keep the breath with you, everyone. Don't hold your breath just because you're holding the pose. And extend the leg. Step back. Big step. Warrior two. Land it. All right. Let's go back. Tick-tock the feet. Drop down. Hands down. And step back into downward dog, everyone. Pressing into the heels here. All right. So just gently wag the dog's tail, rocking side to side. Heels dropping down, sit bones up high. Everyone, come back into your regular down dog, and let's go a little deeper. So lift the heels up, all the way up, tippy toes, bend the knees. Now press your chest back to your thighs. Hold everything still from the hips to the fingertips, and just lengthen the legs here. Going a little deeper. All right, coming through plank position. Drop the knees down. Sit up. Okay, so camel's pose. Hands come to the small of the back, make two fists here, pull the elbows back, press the hips forward. Now the way you press hips forward is with those two fists behind you. So what a lot of people like to do in camel's pose is go here. Nope, you really need to work the whole time to keep the hips right over the knees. Okay, so don't compromise that. Lift the chin up, elbows pulling back. Keep the hips pressing forward, drive those fists into your hips, and then just come back up. Now, tuck your toes under. Let's go back. Left hand will go back to the heel. Right arm straight up to the sky. Now press your hips forward and lift your chin. And now lift the left hand up and look straight ahead. Bring that right arm back. Left arm reaches up, press the hips forward and lift up. And now right arm up. Ready? Let's go both hands back. Now this is all optional. You can continue with one hand at a time. Otherwise, bring both hands back one at a time to hit the heels. Press the hips back forward. We don't want to be here. Don't be that person. Be that person. Hips over the knees and lift the chin. Squeeze the shoulders back. Everyone lift the right arm up. Left arm up and look straight ahead. Option. Untuck the toes. Let's try it. Why not? We're nice and warm. So, go back with that left hand again. Press the hips over the knees and reach the right hand up. And left arm up. Look straight ahead. Let's go back now with the right hand to the heel. Left arm up. Press the hips forward. And both arms up. Okay, your choice. You can tuck the toes under if you'd like, or keep them untucked. One hand at a time. Once you get back there, press the hips back forward over the knees. And lift the heart. And then right arm up, left arm up, child's pose. Yes. I think we've earned that. All right. So balance. A little bit more balance for us right now. While we're down here, right? Hands down. From time. So, elbows bent right in against your inner thighs and your knees. So what I really want you to focus on, if you've never done this before, if you've done it, just go into it. Stop listening to me babble. Just go into it. If you haven't done it before though, or if you've seen it and haven't tried it, this is all we're going to do today. Ready? This is going to prepare you to be able to do this pose. Shift your weight into your hands. Shift your weight into your hands. And after you've done that a number of times and you feel what it's like to have that weight in your hands, knees pressing into your elbows as you do so, just try lifting up one foot. Coming on back. Lifting the other foot. And maybe that's all you do today, and that's fine. But let's just start getting into practicing it. Put it into your yoga routine. You don't have to do it every day. Right hip's going to be a lot of trouble. Yeah, there we go. If you do get into it, try to bring your big toes together. I got there for like a second, but hey, I got in there, right? No one can take that away from me, and no one can take whatever it is that you do away from you. All right, so work to be the best version of you right now, and see what it's like just to feel that weight shifting into your hands if you've never tried it before. All right. Let's come on back into this. Back into down dog, everyone. All right. Three-legged dog, one of my favorite poses. So taking the right hand to the outside of the left leg. I like to bring it down by the ankle, but you can bring it by the calf or the thigh. And looking underneath the right armpit, the left armpit, sorry. Keeping the heels pressing down, sit bones reaching high. Return now the right hand down and lift the left leg up. Three-legged dog this way, bend at the knee, really make it like a dog pose, right? Lifting up that, sorry, I had to go there. Lifting up that left knee, and now everyone lift up the right heel. Lift the left knee up a little higher, look underneath your armpit. Now we're going to go into wild thing. Lower down the left foot, and the left hand's going to lift up, square off your hips and shoulders. Hips to the ceiling, and have your knees and hips in line with one another. Feet are in parallel, and for a little bit more, follow that left hand back. Keeping those hips lifting. Don't drop the hips. And arms straight up. Ready now? Left hand's going to go down, left foot's going to go up. Left hand down, left foot up. Knee up high. And let's bring a little bit more balance into this. Lift up the right heel. Now we're going to take the left knee up to the left elbow. And if you want to go a little deeper, bend the elbows. Trying to keep the ankle even with the knee. holding on to it here. Little balance, and press the leg straight back up. All right, now turn the toes to point down. Point the toes, bend at the knee. Lift the toes up as the knee points down. Shoulders over the wrists. Look up. Maybe that's it, or maybe you bend the elbows and go down a little deeper. Wherever you are, everybody extend here. Let the hips touch, and we'll stay right here for a moment. So reach out with the right hand. Reach back with the left hand to the left foot. Easy breath. Press the foot into the hand, lifting the knee, and look over the fingertips. That's it. Lift up a little higher if you can. And lower down. Come back up through downward dog. And we got some work to do on the other side. So this time, everybody, take now the left hand to the outside of the right leg. I like to go to the ankle, but you can go to the calf or above the knee, right at the thigh. And just looking here underneath the armpit, grounding into the right hand. All right. Return that hand down, and now lift up the right leg high. Bend at the knee, lift the knee all the way up. Look underneath that right armpit as you press into both hands, and guide that right foot over to the left. Now we're going to go into wild thing here. So the right foot's going to touch down, square the body off, knees in line with your feet, and lift that right hand out up. Hips up high. Squeeze into your glutes and follow that right hand back. Awesome. And bring the right hand straight up. We're going to go back the way we came. Right hand down, right leg up. Now, turn, no, we'll stay right here, sorry. Lift up the left heel, and you're going to bring the right knee up to the right elbow. Bam. Your choice. You can stay here, or you can bend those elbows. And ready, set, leg straight back. Now, turn the toes down, point the toes, bend the knee. Lift up the left heel and glide the shoulders over the wrists. Knee is up. Look up. Your choice. You can stay right here or bend the elbows. Looking up. Wherever you are, come on all the way down to the mat. Extend the left arm out. Reach back with the right hand to the right foot. And now press the foot into the hand, lifting the knee away. And you can lift that left hand up. That's it. Come up a little higher. And release. Let's just stretch back to child's pose for a moment. So take all that work out of the lower back. Arms extended all the way down here. And we're coming back out, everybody. So right back on down. So your choice. You can now do still one side at a time, or if you want to go into full pose, reach back for both feet. Try to keep your knees in line with your hips. Feet in line with your knees, so you don't want the feet out like this. Right? So keep everything in tight. Shoulders pulling back towards one another. Press the feet into the hands and lift on up. Looking on up if you can. Lift the feet up a little higher to lift the chest a little higher. And release. If you're doing just one side at a time, switch sides. For the rest of us, we're going up again. Ready? And lift. Let your breath take you there. Look on up. Press your feet up a little higher. And let's release. Right back to child's pose, everyone. Take that work out of the lower back. All right, come on up into downward dog. And step forward. Let's go left foot up. Right knee down. Ooh, just sink that into this here. So dropping the hip down, opening up, making sure you have a lot of distance between the front left heel and the back right knee. All right? Keeping your right hand down on the mat And let's walk it over towards the right edge of the mat. Lift that left arm on up. Sink into your hips here. So try not to grip it all into the lower body. And now tuck the back toes under, lift that knee off. Rotating. So enjoying this stretch, long and straight back leg. And now let's try a little balance. Lift off the right hand and lift up. Sinking on into it. That's it. If you can, look down to the left hand. Stay low. And hands down, back into downward dog. Alright, glide into plank position, everyone. Lowering the knees or just lower the body. Let's roll the shoulders and lift up. And returning our back into down dog. Alright, let's go to the other side. So step forward, left foot up. And right knee down. And just sinking into this, pressing that left hip down. Remember, you want a lot of distance between the front heel and the back knee. Left hand's going to slide to the edge of the mat. And then rotate here. Reaching on up. Pressing into the left hand. And then tuck the toes under and lift that back knee up. Keeping the legs straight and strong. Staying low into the hips. Arms stay fully extended, lift on up. Sinking down into it, focusing over the right hand. Chest is up, trying to get the shoulders over the hips. And then hands down. Stay right here. Just walk that right foot over to the left hand and come on down into your pigeon. Alright. So squaring off the shoulders and the hips, take that back left leg, walk it on over, crossing your midline. Ooh, just feel a little bit more into the hips that way, and then extend the body on out. Going to whatever works for you. Relaxing everything from the waist down. Ah, my hips are screaming today.
My hips are screaming every day.
Yeah, mine are too. Oh well. Maybe we should wear when they stop screaming, right? So relax into this everyone. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off. Just to feel something different. Back up into downward dog. So hands shoulder width apart, tuck the back toes under, and just stretch back the right leg. Dropping into your down dog here. And now left foot comes forward. Walk it on over to the right. And coming down into your pigeon pose here. So let's walk that left foot over towards your midline. Ooh. Getting a little deeper right here into your hips and your piriformis, and release. Okay. Keeping that spine extended. Tuck your back right toes under and lift the knee up. Let's swing the legs out to front. So, let's start off this way. Go right knee in, fingertips facing away, and just lift up here. Squeezing your shoulders back together. And coming on down, switching legs. Bending it in and lifting on up. Keeping your left knee tracking in line with your foot. Lift your heart up here. And come on down. Your choice. You can extend both legs, or you can bend both legs. You can either come here into table, or you can stretch it all the way out. Wherever you feel like you want to go. Lifting on up. And come on down. Lift the arms up. And get right up onto those sit bones. Get right onto place there and release forward. So as you release forward, try to lead with your heart. If you want to use your strap or a shirt or a towel, hold on here and lengthen. So no collapsing into this. Keep lengthening your spine, stretching into your hamstrings, hinging at the hips with an extended spine. Inhale the breath here. Exhale, keep lengthening forward. I know, like my hamstrings are screaming. I can feel this pulling right through here. So if you are bendy flexi, go for it, go forward. I'm not bendy flexi, but I'm trying to maintain that lengthening in my spine. So even if you are really bendy flexi, don't release over this way, but see if you can get your nose to your toes. Not the nose to the knees. All right, so let's open the legs on up. All right, so again, coming up onto your sit bones. All right, so it might mean you can't have your legs as wide apart. When you're up on your sit bones, legs are going to be right where they need to be. Take your right arm out in front of your right thigh and reach up and over here. Now, I could care less if you can hold on to your toes, because look what happens to me when I hold on to my toes. But pressing into this right arm and elbow, lengthening up and over my leg, that's a good stretch. Now, you want to keep pressing into your inner thigh so you can really keep that left shoulder rolling back. And reaching right up and over here. Look on up if you can. Now, if you can keep that left shoulder back and hold on to your big toe, go for it. But so many people I see that hold on to their feet, collapse in the upper body, and they can't get that left shoulder back. So notice the left shoulder is right on top of the right shoulder here. That's where you need to be. If you can be there and hold on to your foot, go for it. Yes, Carrie, I'm talking to you. And come on up. Other side. Now, this arm really works for your stabilization. So not only are you pressing down, you're pressing back. Now see how that shoulder can set itself right here, bringing that right shoulder right above it, arm up and over. All right, so keep pressing into that inner thigh, and that right shoulder stays stacked above the left. And then exhale into it. Keep pressing this way. That's it. Keep grounding into your inner thigh, reaching up and over. One more time. Full breath. And come on up. Whew. Okay. Onto our backs. So roll it on down. Extend out the right leg. Left knee comes on up. Lengthen the leg. And now open up that left arm. Guide the left leg all the ways across. Press that left shoulder down. If you need to bend in the knee a little bit on the left leg, you certainly can. Keeping that left shoulder down. And just stretch it out here. So I just wanted you to feel the difference between having the knee bend and the leg having a little bit more extension with that left leg. Kind of more of a star pose here like this. And taking one final breath here. Exhaling and just releasing into this. Giving into gravity. And now the other side. So, left leg's extended out, right leg lengthen it up here. Open that right arm up and then take the leg across. Letting the toe touch down, anchor that right shoulder back. That's it. Easy breath with all of this, everyone. Exhaling into it, letting go. rock and roll back on up. Coming back up onto all fours, everyone. I knew there was one thing I wanted to do still. Balance and stretch. I knew there was one final balance and stretch. It's like one of my favorites. I can't believe I was going to miss this. All right, so we're on to all fours. I want you to, let's go with our left leg back first. So extend the left leg back first, hip height. Now look back down at the right hip. So press that right hip over to the left so you get the right hip right over the knee. All right, notice how that right hip wants to shoot out to the right. Avoid that. And once you get there, how do you know you're there? That left hand becomes so heavy, there's no way you could ever lift that left hand or move it. Extend that right arm out. Keeping that right hip over the knee. Now, everybody, bend the left leg, toes pointing up to the sky. Open the right arm out to the side. Now, point the toes over to the right, reach back with your right hand to the left foot, and get those right hips back over the right knee. Look up. That's it. Keep pressing the foot up high to the sky and away from the body. And extend back out, keeping that right knee over the hip. Abs really kicking in here. And come back to all fours. Woo! Are you glad I didn't forget that one? All right, other side. So, right leg is going to lift up. You're going to look back at that left hip and say, no, no, no. Bring it back over the knee. You'll know you're there because that right hand becomes super heavy and left arm extends out. Bracing through the core, please. Now, everybody, bend that right knee, point the toes up. Open the arm up out to the side. Point the toes over and reach on back. Of course, I'm having this major cramp in my right calf right now. Sorry. And then look on up, everyone. I'll join you in a moment. Oh. Or maybe. All right, when you come on out of it, extend that right leg back, making sure that left hip is over the knee. Reach that left arm out long. And hold on to it here. And coming back to all fours. Ooh, just round the back. And release. All right, everybody, let's finish up in cross-legged position. Sorry about that last one. I had to throw that back in there. And I just got a little bit. My cat was all cramped up right now. Not sure why, but we'll figure it out. All right, so we got it all in, didn't we? A little stretch, a little balance, some good breath. And a great hour again together. Looking forward to when we can do this in person. Thank you so much in the meantime for tuning into all of our classes. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, everybody.